sweet friends, welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today we are upstairs in my bedroom area and I wanted to share some spring decor with all of you. But in addition to that, I also wanted to just kind of sit down and talk about small bedroom design and just some really simple, straightforward tips on how you can make a small room feel larger. So if you're excited for that and excited to see some spring decor today, be sure to give this a big thumbs up and let's get started. So if you're new around here or you haven't been around long, we live in a beautiful late 1800s historic farmhouse and we love it. It is so beautiful. There's so much charm and character. But one of the cons, I guess you could say, it depends how you look at it, but one of the cons is that we have a very small bedroom. Our bedroom is the same size as our children's bedrooms. We don't have an ensuite and our closet is really small. But we've been able to create a beautiful sanctuary that we have come to really love and enjoy despite it being such a small space. So I thought, let's walk through a couple of things that you can do in your own home and in your own space to make it feel just a little bit bigger. So the first thing we did when we moved into the house and we started to get settled here in this bedroom space, when it came time to tackle a little makeover, I will link that original video down in the description below, but the first thing I wanted to do was brighten up this room. When we first moved in, the walls were a couple different shades of gray and a pretty dark kind of purple toned gray. I just knew long term it was not something that I wanted personally. And that's just a quick, easy way to completely transform the look of any space. Add some fresh paint. But I really wanted to add a bright, creamy white paint that was really going to just brighten up the space. And I encourage you, if you have a room that's sort of small and dark and dingy, it's amazing what you can do with a little bit of paint. And not that you have to pick white, you can definitely pick whatever color works for you. I would just say make sure that it's a lighter color. So I don't know if you guys know this, but on the paint chip samples, when you go to the hardware store, you'll see on the sample of Alabaster, that's what our wall color is. It's Alabaster by Sherwin-Williams. You will see a little number. It says LRV blank. And the number ranges from 0 being blackest of blacks to 100 being pure bright white. And the closer you get to that 100, the more light reflective that paint color is. So you definitely want to pick something that's higher up on that scale, something that's going to reflect a lot of natural light, and that will in turn make your space feel so much bigger, so much more open. Another thing we did that I think really made a big impact in this space was hang curtains. I think that curtains add so much texture to the walls. They add a lot of interest without adding a lot of stuff. But more than that, if you hang your curtains as high as you can, basically to the peak of your ceiling, hang your curtain rod, you will really make your room feel bigger. Once those curtains are hung, it draws your eyes upward, making the ceiling look much taller than it actually is. It's kind of crazy. It's like an optical illusion almost. Hang your curtains not only as tall as you are able, but also as wide as you're able. That way when you hang curtains and you have them open, you don't block any of that gorgeous natural light coming through on the windows. You're still able to close them up at nighttime if you need, but when you open them, you truly do let all of the light in. Before we go any farther, I kindly wanted to thank Marlowe for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Marlowe is a pillow brand owned by Brooklinen that is designed to give you better sleep. So I have had the hardest time over the last few years finding a pillow that it's not like too firm, but it's not too plush, like that right adjustment for my neck support, for comfort levels, and just my personal preference. This is the Marlowe pillow. I have it out of my pillowcase right now, you can see. It has extra chill, cooling infused foam on the inside, so it helps for somebody who's maybe a warm sleeper. I'm a warm sleeper. I'm always that person that was turning over my pillow back and forth, but I can truly say that since switching to this pillow, my husband is using it as well. We both love it, and we've never both loved the same pillow. We usually use a different pillow, so I don't have enough good things to say about it, you guys. This is the coolest part, in my opinion, of this pillow. Both sides have a zipper component. So I'm zipping this up so you can see. There's a zipper on this side, and then there's also a zipper on the other side. And depending on your personal preference. So you would keep both of these zipped up if you want the firmest level. If you like a little bit more plush, but not too plush, you would just unzip one side and you're gonna get a little more plush. And then if you're somebody who really likes a fluffy, plushy pillow, you would unzip both sides. And I think this is so neat. I think there are other pillows out there that claim to have versatile plushness, but you have to add and remove the foam, which is just such a mess. With this, you'd have none of that, just the zipper component. Personally, I like it somewhere in the middle, so I usually zip one side. I was someone who constantly woke up feeling very stiff and kind of sore, but since switching to this pillow a few months ago, none of that. I wake up feeling so good. This pillow is so comfortable, and I really feel like it suits my needs and my husband's needs all in one, which is awesome. And right now, Marlowe is having a surprise sleep sale. My absolute favorite pillow is on sale today, so make sure you go check that out. And thanks again, Marlowe, for sponsoring today's video. Another thing that we have done in this space that I think has made a big difference in just the overall feel and look, and making it feel bigger, is choosing some open, airy furniture. And what I mean by that is our bed frame, for example. We have a black iron bed frame because we have a bed up against a window. And we tried a different bed frame for a while there, if you guys remember, but it blocked so much of the light coming in and really just made the space feel kind of clunky. It's clunky a word, I don't know, but not only lets the light in, but you really cause your eyes to look past the furniture, beyond that, again, making the space look bigger. So not only our bed frame being more open and see-through, but also the side tables that we chose. So we opted to go with some pedestal style tables, so they were nice and open and roomy, nice and compact too, so it didn't feel too cluttered. And these are a gorgeous set from Wayfair. I love the raw wood finish. It almost looks antique or vintage. So beautiful in this space. And then continuing on, as I was thinking more and more about how we made this room feel bigger, another thing we did was we utilized vertical storage, and we utilized just wall space in general. So I mentioned our compact side tables. We don't have a lot of room on them, and I don't like a lot of clutter. I like to keep my spaces pretty clutter free. So we opted to hang some wall sconces right above them for bedside lamps. I love these sconces we picked out from Amazon. They are antique brass. They plug in like a normal lamp. They aren't hardwired, so you don't have to deal with the electric. You can just mount them on the wall, plug them in, and they're good to go. The same way, utilize vertical storage. So on your wall, you might want to hang decorative things that are also functional. I have this really cute rack on the back of my door where I can hang coats or scarves. I also have hooks on my wall where I can hang my sun hats, and those are so fun in the springtime. They also definitely add that decorative element, just making it feel like a springtime cottage. I just love that. If you have a tiny bedroom, whether it's a guest room or maybe it's your room like it is for me, or maybe it's a child's bedroom, I cannot stress enough, utilize spaces that aren't being used for anything. And what I mean by that is, for example, under my bed. You would never know looking into my room that we maximize storage under my bed. We have 2 trunks for non-seasonal clothes that we keep out of the closet to save space. And Caleb and I both have a shoe organizer under our bed where we keep our shoes that we aren't using in the day-to-day. And that saves so much space in our closet. Beyond that, we also have lots of space-saving hangers in our closet. So you would think our closet would be full to the brim, but it's really not, because of those space-saving hangers that drop down and just create so much space. It's awesome. I will link those Amazon finds for you guys down in the description below. So those are just the few tips I have for you. When I think about my bedroom in particular and how we've done our best, I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but we've done our best to make the space feel bigger, feel more open and airy, but more than anything, we want it to be this peaceful, tranquil, cozy sanctuary. And in regards to that, one way that I really like to cozy up this bedroom space throughout the year is just changing up the decor for the seasons. And now that spring is just around the corner, I was ready to take off all of the winter blankets and all of the I had like Sherpa pillows and a few wintry greens. I took all of it out, kind of started with a blank slate, and then I've just added a few simple touches back into the space that remind me of spring and that truly bring the outdoors in or remind me of the outdoors, because as we get to this season, that's what I want to think about. So starting out, when you come into our bedroom space, one of my favorite areas is off to the right, and it's this sweet little reading nook. And if you can create a little cozy corner in any space, it's just so quaint and so fun to decorate for the seasons. But we have this accent chair. I believe I got at Kirkland's shortly after moving into this house, and it is just so comfy, cozy. I love the relaxed kind of vintage feel of it, and we keep that there year round. But for spring, I added a linen pillow cover to one of my throw pillows, and I love linen for the springtime, for the summertime. It's just so lightweight and organic feeling. It's one of my favorite textures and materials. But I have a sweet little bluish gray linen pillow sitting in the chair, and then off to the side on the side table, I have a vintage ball jar full of fresh cut tulips from the grocery store. I love to go to the grocery store once a week or sometimes even every other week and just get a couple of inexpensive bouquets of flowers and make arrangements around my home. It brings me a lot of joy this time of year, but I've got those fresh cut tulips and then a sweet little brass bird, because birds just remind me of spring. Up above the chair, I mentioned this earlier, but I've hung a few of my sun hats that I do use when I'm out in the yard doing yard work. But more than anything, I think they just add a really pretty decorative element and add a fun texture to the wall. And then the best part of that little nook, there was an old cabinet door on those shelves when we first moved in, and I decided that was a little too quirky. I didn't really need the storage, so I took the cabinet door off and we just use that now as open shelving. I remember we slapped a bunch of white paint on it and called it a day, but I love to decorate that little space with vintage books. I've got this kind of antique inspired alarm clock I think I got from Hobby Lobby. A photo of Caleb and I that's really special to us, and for spring, for just a pop of green and life, I added this, I believe it's called a button fern. It's like button something fern that I planted in an ironstone dish. I think this is probably one of the easiest house plants to start with. You like can't kill it. It likes to be neglected, but it looks really sweet, just that pop of color on those shelves. And since the corner has quite a bit going on, honestly, the rest of my room is very simple. On our bed right now, we just recently swapped out our linens for the springtime. And I love that because it's so crisp and fresh and kind of cool feeling when you get into bed at night. And we have a striped linen duvet cover at the end of our bed. I love linen, like I said before, but I especially love it if it's striped. So we have that. We have a very lightweight floral white quilt. If you can incorporate some floral pattern, that is beautiful in the springtime. And then on either side, on our nightstands or side tables, whatever you want to call them, I've got some books. I've always got a cozy candle going, and I did end up adding a little faux rosemary plant to one side table just for another pop of green. And then last but not least, we have our dresser area, which we had the armoire in here for a little while, if you've been following along on this bedroom journey, and that didn't end up working out. We tried it, and I thought it would be great for sweaters and storage, but we missed having a big dresser. So we brought the IKEA dresser back in here, and it works so great in this space, and it's really functional, so we're happy with that decision. Up above it, I do have a large brass mirror from Hobby Lobby. It reflects a ton of natural light, and it's obviously nice to have a mirror in your space so you can look at yourself when you're getting ready. But on the dresser top, I like to keep the larger surfaces as minimal and clear as possible, but I wanted to add a few touches of spring. So I added an ironstone pitcher full of, again, those fresh cut tulips. I bought 1 or 2 big bunches, and I was able to make a few arrangements. So that's really sweet sitting on there. And then I have some linen covered books and a little glass cloche. Just kept things ultra simple. But anyway, friends, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you decorating ideas for spring for your own home, or maybe gave you some ideas on how to make a small room feel and appear larger. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, please do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Maybe share it with a loved one. And please don't forget to shop Marlowe. Check out the link down in my description below. And I will see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye.